Evening, everyone. Today is June 6th. The time is 6 p.m. and this is the Acushnet Planning Commission. This meeting is being recorded for future viewing on the Acushnet YouTube channel and I'm sure the cable channel as well. Is there a motion to open the planning board meeting?
Motion to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Can we please introduce ourselves?
Peter Guyampa, member.
Steve Boucher, member.
Mark Francois, Chairman.
Brian Deschamps, member.
Rick Ellis, Vice Chairman.
All right. Haley emailed all of us the meeting minutes from May 16th. By the looks of it, we were all in attendance. Did anybody have any questions, comments, concerns on what she wrote out? Personally, I think Paul did a good job of training her and teaching her how to do the minutes, because I think she did a pretty good job on this set. Anybody got questions, comments?
No, looks fine to me.
Yep, fine with me.
Can I get a motion?
Make a motion, we accept the minutes, meeting minutes from May 16th.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Alright, moving along here. Alright, first topic, A&R 2024-03 for a small land conveyance on Tracy Street, map number 18, lot 4J, Acushnet, Mass. Engineers are Schneider, DeVignan, and Leone Incorporated, Massachusetts, Mattapoisett, Mass. Drawn for the estate of Carlos Fernandez.
Good evening, Matt Leone, Schneider, DeVignan, and Leone. Here tonight with an approval not required division of land plan on behalf of the estate of Carlos Fernandez. The property is a vacant lot situated on Tracy Street, known as Lot 4J on Assessor's Map 18. The lot was created through an A&R plan back in August of 1999. The intent of the plan is to divide a 3,768 square foot portion of the lot, shown as parcel A and highlighted in green here on my board, which is to be conveyed to the abutting property known as Lot 4G on Assessor's Map 18. The remaining land shown highlighted in yellow is shown as new Lot 4J. It'll have a resulting upland area of 56,565 square feet, wetland area of 40,992 square feet, for a total area of 97,557 square feet. There is no change to the lot frontage. It will remain at the minimum 150 feet. And that is the minimum required under the bylaw. The total area of 60,000 will be met, obviously, and the contiguous upland area of 40,000 will also be maintained. The reason for the conveyance is this lot here, lot 4G, has gone to the Board of Appeals, and they're getting a series of variances for frontage and upland requirement. This portion of the land will allow them to maintain the minimum 60,000 square feet for a buildable lot. Really outside of the scope of what we're doing here tonight. Tonight we're really just lopping off the parcel A off of 4J.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so you're taking 3,700 square feet from 4J and you're putting it on to 4G.
Eventually, I mean, it will eventually,
Yeah.
that's the intent at this point.
4J stays with the proper frontage and more than enough for the lot size.
Correct.
So that's not, there's no wetland in that area?
That area is probably all well.
It's all wet?
Yeah. It's the add to the total area of the lot, the adjacent lot. They're getting a variance for an upland requirement, but they are just shy of the 60,000 for total lot area. So that's the reason behind the conveyance.
Street. Martin Tracy Lambert.
Any other questions?
I mean, it looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the plan as submitted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So, let's take this on top of there. All of them? All of them? On top of there. People, can you start us off in that corner? Start at the top line. Just sign your name and date it. And then everybody just follow underneath, please. And then this one here, we'll do.
You guys belong to that Mylar? Do you have our office pick it up later, or do you guys? I forget what we typically do when.
No, we sign it, we
You
give it
sign it,
to
we
you.
can give it to you.
Yeah.
That's what I figured I'd want.
Oh, you want to do it sign this one? Gotcha. Just start sending them down. I will say for the record, I like the way your company puts notes at the top of each plan, so when somebody opens them up, they know what plans are for.
Thank you. I got a clip.
You do? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we will fold all that up later. Moving right along, next is A&R 202404, a plan of land prepared for Ellen Hardy on 1443 Main Street, map 3, lot 16D of Acushnet, Massachusetts. The project engineer is Zenith Land Surveyors LLC. Mr. Romanelli.
Good evening, gentlemen. John Romanelli, Zenith Land Surveyors, here representing Ellen Hardy.
Give me sorry to interrupt, give me one quick second.
Sure. Just broke my glasses out in the truck, so I'm going to be struggling here a little bit without my glasses.
Shoot,
Ready?
go for it.
All right, I'm gonna stand back on this side. So Ellen Hardy owns the property at 1443 Main Street in Acushnet. It's just south of Thomas Hill and just north of Quaker on the west side. The original piece is here. It has about let's call it 4.8 acres altogether. She would like to cut off a retreat lot. So we gave her 40.5 feet of frontage here. At its narrowest point, we've noted here it's 40 feet wide. That's the retreat lot coming in. I did show this highlighted area in pink as your building envelope, 75 feet all the way around. The new area, I'm calling lot 16F, 120,000 square feet, 2.75 acres. There is a small pocket of wetlands on the farthest west side as you're heading down towards the pond. The total area is, the total area is 120,000 square feet, which is
For the
what
retreat
the
lot.
requirements are, right? And there's 5,289 square feet of wetland in this back pocket, so upland area is 114,704. The remaining lot where her house sits here is conforming with all setbacks. It has 223.4 leftover square feet, so it has more than 150 required. There are two small, these little outbuildings here on the property line here are to be relocated. She does want to see them. I talked to her the other day. They're little farm stands that she used to sell her peaches and apples out of. She's gonna somehow pick them up and move them. They are right on the property line. Other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward. I did make reference to we've subdivided this a couple times over. Doug Corey and his wife are building a new house back out here. And Diane and Ernie live here and maintain the peach orchard there. So we've subdivided this a couple times into this. Pretty straightforward, I think.
Was Corey, was that ever with Hardy's lot? Was that part of hers or part of Ventura?
It was actually part of Ellen's.
Ellen's, I thought
Yes.
so, okay.
Years and years ago. There was a deed issue. We straightened it out quite a few years ago where part of Ellen's property was behind, or Diana, they were using vice versa's property. Got it all straightened out.
So, question for you. Now,
Yes.
what's this doing for Doug Corey's lot over here, as far as access goes? We already got, was this already approved? Only got 34 feet, we're supposed to have 40, right?
Yeah, you know what, there's a dimension missing here. You can see that little
Yeah, I
gap.
can see it.
Okay.
It's missing. He does have over 40 feet. That's not dimension, but that's Doug Corey's lot.
Right, all right, I just want to make sure he had 40 feet and he wasn't given the opportunity, you know what I mean?
No.
You gotta screw him
He
later.
does. That is a,
All right.
Oh, so
yeah.
that's
You said-
this is the access to
His-
this lot?
This
Yeah,
lot
I
over
think
here, and
that-
all I see is a
From
34
what I
seven.
remember, I think
Right,
that's
the
actually
ticks
about
go to right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably 5 or 6 feet beyond that, so I know he's got more than 40 feet, yes.
Okay.
The old cow pond. Actually, it looks like a
And
swimming
then
pool.
this was gonna
Yes.
be the new
I've been there.
access.
Oh, yeah, I used to ride on mini bikes there when we were kids.
So that was.
And it looked like, matter of fact, if I remember correctly, there was a diving board on one end of it.
Really?
Yeah,
Up one?
yeah, the cow pond. Just look at the shape of it.
Yep.
And when you go there, it does almost look like an in-ground swimming pool.
Now, does this lot have to go through conservation because, you know, within the buffer zone, or they eventually have to go into conservation before they build, or no?
I would probably say they won't have to, because the better buildable pocket is up in here, which will bring us beyond the 100
Yeah,
feet.
beyond the 100 feet.
Yeah. But yes, if they are,
If they're building within the buffer, then they would.
yeah, the challenge, I think, out here, we all know the soils are not that great, so we're gonna have to do some perk testing and go through conservation to get that process going.
The better stuff may be closer to the wetlands. That's, oh,
Yeah, usually the case, isn't it?
I mean, that's what's happened in other areas
Yeah.
in that part of town.
Any other questions?
So now that other strip, who does that belong to? It
Corey's
does
lot.
belong to,
Yes, Doug Corey's lot comes back.
okay, it does
comes
belong
up
to
here,
the
goes back
Corey's,
here.
okay.
Yep,
Yep.
looks back.
Um,
Yeah, he was aiming for a certain acreage, and I think he wanted to be over 5 acres.
Sounds like he's
Yeah,
not.
that's why we kind of designed it that way. It was his choice, not ours.
Gentleman's farm at that with 5 acres, so. You need minimum for horses, I believe, too, right?
Well, I mean, you meet the requirements for the retreat lot. The existing lot maintains its size and frontage.
Yeah, I mean, this is another pretty straightforward one, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say, Mr. Romanelli, when I first opened up these plans, I'm looking.
Yeah, there's no purpose note on it. I heard.
What does he want me to do?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
And sometimes, like when we get them in our email, and there ain't no explanation, all there is a thing saying, this who owns the lot, here's the plan, but we were looking at it going,
Yeah.
okay, but what are we doing?
Then we get this application, and I read through page to page, and this doesn't tell me what's going on. If possible in the future, just a small little notation saying, you know, existing lot. we
That
wanna-
is a requirement in other towns. It's not a requirement here. I don't know.
Not a requirement, but would be appreciated.
I will take note of that.
Just so, you know,
Like to keep you guessing.
yeah.
Well, this one you kind of know, but there have been some that you kind of look at and you're like, okay, but what are we doing?
Yeah, especially when you get little parcels.
But
going
look,
on.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Gentlemen?
Motion to approve the plan as submitted.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have the Mylar here.
Let me start one, well, start one off.
No, what?
Somebody
The
start
same
one
one
off.
we did.
Does it pen for the Mylar?
Sliding down. D, yeah, it's not on the top. Date's on the bottom.
search still going on for a new planner, or is that kind of a?
I think the well, yes, to answer your question, but now we're going halves with Mattapoisett, 50/50 with Mattapoisett. That all has been finalized and approved, and I think Mattapoisett, as of last week, just put the ad in the paper for a full-time planner, half here, half there, is what we're kind of shooting for. See, two towns can offer a little bit more money between the two of them, and hopefully we can entice somebody to vote. Everything works at a snail's pace.
Yeah. Ready to scrape yet? No, not bad. Not yet. Sign it on the paper. Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, I gotta get this inside there. That one stops right, I know that one somewhere.
What's the date today?
June 6, 2024. That's it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Romanelli.
Good night.
You as well.
Thank you.
All right, moving right along. Next is Robinson Road project. The proponent is Nexamp Inc. Discussion of additional project screening due to abutters' concerns. Nexamp has responded with offers to compromise, offer of a compromise. Just a little background on this. We had a couple of abutters come in concerned about the southern portion of the fence, that the screening, the trees that are gonna be planted there are high enough. They came in voicing their concerns. We in turn went back to Nexamp, discussed our concerns. They did come back with an email with a type of compromise. I wasn't satisfied with everything that was in the email, so now we went back to them with some changes, some add-ons. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. So I would rather wait to hear back with final results before I approach the board with the discussion. So we are going to move the Robinson Road solar project discussion on to the next meeting.
The trees are looking very bad out there.
Yeah, I've heard that some
Oh, no,
trees
they're
have been,
dead.
I've heard that have been planted. I haven't been by there in a while, so I gotta take a little
Falling
ride.
over, they're dead, they're wilting, they're, you name it, they're turning brown.
Well, that's gonna be costly for them.
Yep.
So, as far as that's concerned, we're gonna continue this to a later date, and we'll discuss in a little bit more detail. Current planning, there is no planner. Like I just mentioned to Mr. Romanelli, I think Mattapoisett has started advertising for a full-time planner, which should work 50-50 for Mattapoisett and Acushnet. Hopefully, we get some applicants for that soon. Other business, nothing else has come in within the last 48 hours that's new to discuss. Does anybody here on the board have anything they wish to bring up or discuss? Our next meeting is Thursday, June 20th. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good night, everybody.